All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Rod Knapp. My partner, Floyd Williams, on the call tonight, and we'll be conducting a one big team training call, how to do a grand opening to your business. You know, Mr. Williams has been in this for quite a while, you know, and he built $1 million business in this arena, in the travel industry. And he did it, he gave a lot of his success to this one technique. These techniques he's going to share with you tonight, the grand opening of your travel party. Mr. Williams, I turn it over to you, sir.
Hey, Rodney, thank you for being on the call with me, and thank all of you guys. Hope you guys got a chance to get your team members on the call. It really is important tonight. It's important every night that we get our team members on these training calls. You know, people, you know, I always say that I never was the top recruiter in any of the companies I've been with, but I've always managed to get to the top of the company. And one of the secrets is just the training, guys. It's really, you know, it's really pretty self-evident that you'll do better in anything that if you get acclimated and trained properly. And that's always been the secret to my success, guys, training and really having people plug in and getting the nuts and bolts of what it is that we're doing, and really as it relates to team building. If you get your guys on the call for the next, 12 months, your team is going to grow, not double, it's going to exponentially grow, and I can assure you that. So if you don't have your team members on the call, go out, take a minute while we, get started. As we start the process and send a text, an email, and get them on the call. It's one thing that you're on the call. That's great, and that's honorable. But it's going to be more financially beneficial for you to have all of your team members on those training calls, and to get all the information that we're going to share tonight. What I'm going to share is going to really take our organization to the next level. We are now, I was with Donald Bradley, the Vice President of Marketing today, and he says we absolutely are the fastest growing team. Based on when we got started, which was really about 28 days ago, guys, and based on the number of nationals that we have acquired, we have created in this short period of time. And so we're just beginning. We have just begun to go to turn the corner and go to extraordinary heights with this business. So that's all by design. It's all by design. And so if you really want to get off to a great start, guys, you want to make sure that you plug into these calls. Tonight we're going to talk about launching your travel business with the grand opening event. The grand opening event, we're going to do this, and this is going to be, this is phase two. This is the phase two of our business. There's always a phase one. Phase one is get in and run like your hair is on fire. That's phase one, and that's what we've been doing for the last 29 days, and the smoke is getting ready to clear. I think tomorrow will be the first month that we've been in, and we've got some extraordinary results, guys. I'm going to read those results to you. Want to congratulate all the executives that have been accumulated just from 29 days, guys. Just from 28 to 29 days, we have executives in our organization, guys. That's the first level of leadership. Mahogany Systems is executive. Congratulations to her. Gerald McDowell is executive with the company. Congratulations to him. Sandy Williams out in Philadelphia is executive with the company. Congratulations to Sandy. Alex Council down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Congratulations to him. Janet Jock. How do you spell that, Rodney? How do you pronounce it? I'm sorry, I can't get the last name. Janet.
I just call Janet.
Okay, Janet. JJ. Let's call it JJ. Congratulations to JJ, Janet, for a phenomenal job, executive, just in a short period of time. James Robert, a consummate leader, James Roberts, phenomenal leader, doing a great job working, already have, Janet as a leader under him, and Celeste Taylor, great job, executives. We've got a host of regional executives. Weta Howard, worked with us in the past. Congratulations to you, Weta, for a phenomenal job getting to regional executive. Dion and Rachel Danner, phenomenal job as regional executives. Dion Sanford, congratulations to you. Kimberly Mitchell, doing a great job, just got regional executive. Clarence Davenport, phenomenal job at getting to regional director. And Robert Frazier, that's great. That's a star-studded group of folks I just read to you guys. And then, of course, we got to recognize all our big dogs. Rodney Epps, national executives on his way to be international executive. Carrie Sitberry, congratulations to her, national executive. Marcel Combs, congratulations to him. He just promoted to national executive. And Rick Harrison, congratulations to him, just promoted to national executive, and of course Ron Christopher Hall. Congratulations to him, just promoted to national director. Guys, that is a host of national directors. Kerry was talking about the meeting of last Tuesday where we had it in Atlanta, where they asked all the national directors to stand up in the room, and there were about 6 national directors, I believe she said, maybe 6, and 5 of them were in our group. That's powerful, guys. That's documentation. Documentation beats conversation any old time, and the documentation is already been established that our group is the fastest growing group, and they've got some of the most powerful individuals because these people have gotten to incredible levels with our company. So that's going to be a great story as we continue to move through these ranks. We've got internationals on the rising as we speak. Launching your travel business with the grand opening event. This is our next secret tool, guys, for phase 2. And so let's talk a little bit about that, Ronnie. Let's go to the next slide, if we will, and make this thing happen. Guys, we always want to do a getting started right basics for those who are new in the business. We'll do that quick segment. Congratulations and welcome to you if you are new from this week. And what we want to do, guys, is we want to get started by making that list to find 3 leaders. We're looking for 3 leaders, and lists make leaders. Lists find leaders. That's what we always like to say. A list of names, 100 names to 200 names. Qualify those people. Put the sharpest people on the list. People that you know who are business minded. People who are currently business owners. People who've had success in the past. People who have circle of influence. People who have charisma. People who are self-initiative starters. And those type of people who like to make money, and people who love to travel. Give a check by every one of those attributes, and then put those people, as you put that list together, put everybody that you know, and then put checks by those names who have those attributes I just mentioned. And then that is going to be your raw resource, your list that you can actually use to really build your organization. This system is built on 3 who get 3. That's the formula, guys. You get involved and you get 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you teach those 3 to get 3, and guys, then you have a business that's free. That's the formula. Make your business free. 3 who get free, 3, and your business is free. And so we want to use that. And we want to make sure that people understand the power of that. That's because it's duplicatable. Anybody can do that if they make a list that's large enough and exhaustive enough to really make sure that we dig down and get those 3. Tonight we're going to really give you even more tools to help you make sure that becomes a reality for you, and you'll be able to find those 3. But I think we need to teach that basics, guys, because people get really nervous about possibly to fill up a whole matrix of thousands of people, but you're never going to have to do that. You're never going to have to fill up a matrix of thousands and thousands of people. You're simply going to have to fill up, put a few people in, and that's going to grow exponentially to thousands and thousands of people, okay? And so that's the formula, 3 who get 3, and your business is free. And we can do that in short time. We can do that very quickly if we really focus and we go out there and we make that, happen. Stay plugged in. That's very, very important, guys. We've got to absolutely stay plugged in. Also, I want to recognize, I think I forget about Chris. Chris, sorry, man. Chris is a regional director, regional executive. I keep using director. Chris is a regional executive doing a phenomenal job leading his team. Thank you so much, Chris, for reminding me of that. I did miss that name. So, Chris, congratulations to you and Alicia for becoming regional executives in a short period of time with our company. That's just phenomenal, also, guys, we want to remember to stay plugged in. Stay plugged in, and you will win. Stay plugged in to the trainings, the conference calls, and all the things that the company has to offer. I believe not pulling away from the company's events too early, and I believe that you should plug in anything that you can be part of as it relates to the company. We have a conference call tonight after this call at 10 o'clock. I will be on that call with guests. That is a phenomenal call done by Donald Bradley, the Vice President of Marketing, as well as Mark Campisi, the President of the company. Get comfortable with the no's, guys. I was joking today with Donald about yes, we are I'm a national director on my way to international. But I've gotten, just like all the other nationals, I've got a plethora of no's, rejections. I've got insults from the emails. I don't know why people just want to do that, but that's what it's all about. Getting the no's. And we were joking and talking today, Donald and I. We're talking about how anyone who does what they need to do can go from zero to hero in direct sales. Anyone on this call can be $1 million income earner, and that's a fact. But you got to get comfortable with the no's. He was talking about a guy who was in a previous travel company with us who did not even speak English. He was from Costa Rica. He was a multiple six-figure income earner when we got in the business. We were just going to the first convention. He was there, and he was on stage, and he was trying to articulate what he had done to become successful, and they had to have an interpreter. But before they gave him one, he just tried to tell people how he became as successful as he was, having thousands and thousands of people in his organization, not being able to speak English, living in Puerto Rico. How did he do it? And he got up there, and he got the mic, and he attempted to say, he said, I got in the business, and I got paid my money, and I talked to people. Some say no, and I talked to some more people, and some say no, and I talked to some more people, and some say no, and I talked to some people, and one say, yay. And then he says, and then I got back into business and got back, and I talked to some people, and some say no, and I talked to some other people, and some say no, and I talked to other people, and some say no, and I talked to some other people, and one say yay. And he just kept saying that, and all he was saying is that he was going through the no's to find the leaders, and he found leaders, and that was his interpretation of how he built the business. Some say no. And so that's the some say no story that Don and I always talk about, because we just crack up on that. And we just said, wow, if he can do it, we can do it. We speak English. We're in America. He was in America from Puerto Rico, talking to people in America, and some say no. Some say no. And they're going to always say no. People will always say no, but we're looking for the ones who say yes. And that's what he did. And so that's the getting right started part, guys. You just the basic, get inoculated from the no's, people saying crazy stuff. I've got some emails and texts that I keep from people that I just knew were going to say yeah. And I got one from a good friend who said, I still know that you want me to look at the business, but what she said is I don't have any money to waste. Wow, what a thought process. I don't have any money to waste. $79 is not a waste. $79 was the best thing that I have done in the last 30 days and all the money I've spent. So that's incredible that people would have that position. They have that position. And then I had another guy who said, yeah, I looked at the business and love to do it, but I can't have any money coming out right now and none coming in. Wow. I can't have any money going out and none coming in. That's what you think. If that's your mindset before you sign up. When I sign up, I expect money to come in well beyond what I'm paying for my monthly overhead. I always know that I'm going to make more. I think it's a mindset. I can't have money coming out and no money coming in. That means that you thought that if you sign up with this business, you're going to have money coming out and you're never going to make any money. That's what you think when you say stuff like that. I can't get involved and waste money. Oh, wow. Is that what you think you're going to do? You're going to get involved and waste money? Makes no sense to me. Next, Rodney. So it's all a mindset, guys. Let's understand we're in business. The power of the membership. Now, guys, we've been in for, I have been in for 29 days, and people, talk about this $59 like it is $590,000. It baffles my mind that people don't understand and don't have a business acumen, understand that is a nominal fee for a cost of doing business to make opportunity to make hundreds, thousands, and tens of thousands of dollars in a short period of time. So understand the power of this $59 membership fee is not a burden. It is a privilege to have a business for a $59 overhead. I've had a lot of businesses, but I my overhead has been thousands and thousands of dollars, and the average business, guys, as we heard many times, is going to get started, and those businesses are going to try to make a profit in the next 2 years, 24 months, and most of them will not. They will spend their life savings trying to get a business going, a restaurant. I was talking to a banker today about paycation travel who was looking at this business. He says the failure ratio for most restaurants in Atlanta is 99%. But yet and still, there'll be someone hanging up a shingle tomorrow talking about, I make the best macaroni and cheese you ever heard, you ever tasted. Come on in. They'll be in business for about 6 months, and that restaurant will be a dry cleaner 6 months from now, and then it'll be something else. Guys, don't understand what we're doing. We're involved in our own business. This is a business. It's not a hustle. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Always make sure you pay the $59 membership. Let me say that again. Always make sure that you pay the $59 membership, guys, because it's very, 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 very important that you understand the value of that. So it's the heart of your future income. That's one reason why you definitely want to do this. It's the heart of your future income. The heart of your income is this. It's not an expense. It is an asset, okay? It is not an expense. It's an asset. This $59 was not an expense for me. It was an asset because I bought an asset. I bought a booking engine that's going to be able to generate me hundreds and thousands of dollars, just like I would buy a piece of property. It's not expense. The property is a revenue-generating asset, okay? This is better. This is better because if I bought a property for $100,000, the best I probably could do in getting someone renting that property and making a profit above what my mortgage would be on that property would be probably a few $100, maybe $300-400 a month, and that's probably would be good. But we're talking about for $59, not $100,000 of your money. Invest it in your own asset in a piece of a property which is on the World Wide Web for $59. Understand what you're doing. It's not an expense. It's an asset. It's totally tax-free, first of all. And so when people talk about, the $59, come on, guys, $59, that's $59 that you're going to get back every single month when you put that on your Schedule C. You'll get $59 times 12 back. All of it if you work a job and they're taking money out on your taxes. Now, I'm not a CPA, but I do know. Basically, I have been taking a deduction for every hosting fee or every membership that I've ever had from my expenses. So that is not expense. It is an asset, okay? It's your ticket to see the world. You have a membership. You have ability to travel and travel for wholesale. Go back there and see what you can do with this incredible, extraordinary membership. You might say, well, I don't have the money today, but that's not going to be the situation maybe next year or this summer. You always have the opportunity, always a lifetime opportunity to travel when you can, and you want to be in position to do that right now before this membership becomes $159 or $200. You've got this $59 that your grandfather then. Now that's awesome. Now that is awesome. Now it's a business, so we have to treat this like a real business, folks, and understand the $59 is a privilege to be able to have a turnkey home-based business with. Next, right? And so the value of the $59, and so I want to. Carrie was talking about the value of the $59 today, and I was like, wow, that's really impressive that you understand that you have a business acumen to understand that this is a powerful concept. And she was looking at all the things that on the website that would convince anyone that was the best use of their $59 in paycation travel. So, Carrie, what are the things that you know and understand to be of value for that $59? It's not just giving money away. Go ahead.
Absolutely, Floyd. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, wonderful. Great training so far. Basically, with the what we have with the $59 membership is the ability to have a multi-million-dollar search engine within a highly regulated industry where people can book travel right on our website 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have access to having our licensing fee, our website hosting, top of the line marketing tools from our back office, even the membership. I mean, membership has its privileges with all the great travel benefits that we have. The $59 alone, if we go out and take our trips, that will be taken care of. And then everything is virtual. We have a 24-hour virtual secretary at our disposal, and all we have to do is, find 3 people and help everybody get 3 people, and our business is free. So it's just wonderful to be able to have the membership to travel for insider pricing and have this multi-million-dollar search engine and have top-of-the-line access to website hosting and licensing fee with basically no out-of-pocket costs once we create our profits by referring 3 who get 3. Over to you, Floyd.
Okay, awesome. Also, guys, I forgot. Thanks for sending me a text, guys. I forgot AJ too, as a regional executive here with our company. AJ has been doing a phenomenal job. We love to see the ladies do extraordinary in our business. So let me pause in this. I always like to respect people's accomplishments. So AJ, great job to you, and Shishelle Kinney is executive with the company too. So thank you, Shishelle. I hope I didn't butcher up that name too much, but I'll call you SK. You're executive with our company and with our team, and so thank you guys for being the great leaders that you are. So next, Rodney, let's go to the next slide, and then Rodney, if you want to chime in, just go ahead wherever you want to jump in. If you got anything you want to share so far on that whole basic concept of knowing the value of the $59, Rod.
Oh, so one of the biggest things is I mentioned second emotion with Gary said in yourself, but it's the tax benefit. That was one of the number one reason why myself and my wife, we got into the business years ago. It was for the tax benefit. And I can tell you this, when you get a check with a comment in it for a tax write-off, I said, man, this is incredible. Because most people don't realize that, the mileage that you're writing off, the dinners that you eat. We throw money out the door, and we mentioned this on one of the calls earlier, Floyd, is that imagine a person earning $100,000 a year and not having a home-based business, you're talking about you probably get like $55,000 a year back in your pocket out of $100,000. Then when you talk about the property tax and you talk about buying groceries, the taxes on groceries, you're talking about 45 or 50 grand. And so out of 100,000, you're left with 50,000, and you're asking the question, what happened to my money? And here's the thing. The government allows you to have a business, for those tax write-offs. Those things that we need to know in order to become successful. So, Florida, you hitting everything on all cylinders tonight. A great job. Turn it back over to you.
Absolutely. And Rodney, we see here, it's a 3x7 matrix because I like it. It's like a game, guys, but it's a tug of war. And we talked about last week. When you talk about tug of war, the people who win, that group who wins the tug of war is the group that have the folks on their side that's everybody's pulling their weight. Everyone tightly grabs that rope and pull hard. And long enough, everyone wins. Everyone has to pull the rope for us to win, Rodney. And you and I always talk about that. And so what we're trying to do when we do these trainings, we're trying to get one more person who's been holding the rope to pull it. One more person who has been getting in and say, okay, I'm in, but I don't really know if I can do it. I don't know if I have time to grab onto this opportunity and pull with us, and you're going to have the success in this 3x7 matrix. And so let's talk about that, guys. When we talk about this is a 3x7 matrix, yes, it is. You can put 1, 2, 3 on the front, and then anybody else you put goes on the second level, and people are waiting for that. People are looking and saying, okay, where is my spillover? But the power of this is so incredible. Right now I've been talking about this, and I want to go out to Rodney and ask you a simple question, Rodney. Now, Rodney, you're a top recruiter. You're a national executive on your way to being international. Just minutes away from that. But you and I sponsored you in the business. But how many people did you get as far as spillover to help you build this phenomenal organization that you built, that you personally got? How many people did you get, Rod?
Absolutely zero. And the way it looked, I would never get one from you.
Now, explain to the folks why that's the case, Rodney. Why? So Rodney's built this great team. He's one of the top recruiters in the company, and he's doing extremely well. He's a national executive. But you would think that he got some. Somebody would say, yeah, Rodney's lucky, but he must have a lot of people following his organization. He just told you he had no spillover. Isn't that strange? Well, how's that? How's that, Rod? How's it work?
Well, I think that was one of the big concerns I had when I came in. Is hold on now, all of my people are not spreading out like I want them to, because I wanted to put one by my son, but the system said no. We're going to work with the person who need help. But and that's when I've realized the inflow that it's so important to bring quality people who want to build a business into the system.
Yes.
You want to bring people say, hey, I want to build a business. I want to go out and give. Perfect example. Gene and Janet and the people that I put in my front line, Gene, James, and Janet. They went out and started producing. And guess what? I was really blessed with that. But sometimes it can hurt when you go in and put just the weakest person in. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Not because they're just weak, because they don't have the experience, or maybe because they're lazy. I hate to say that, but the key is you want to put 3 good quality people in that you really can grow your business, because they make a big difference. They get rewarded for going out there working. You stay in contact with them, but you definitely. Well, think about this though. But I got to say this. What makes the system so unique? I really got upset when I first seen it. But I see it with the company there. Say, something, Rodney? Because you're a leader, we're going to reward you. We're going to reward you. This is how we're going to reward you. If you go out there and get above 3, we're going to let you go down a few more levels on your matrix. Rodney, if you go up a little more, we're going to give you a guaranteed bonus every month. That's $600 for the rest of your life. Now, that's $7,200 you're going to give me. But helping those people who are struggling. Now, that's worth that to me, Floyd. And then the last thing they said, I tell you what, Rodney, we got one more time. We're knocking on your door one more time here. If you give this amount of individuals, we're going to give you $12,000 a year for the rest of your life, meaning $1,000 every single month. Why? Because you help those people who are struggling. Floyd, I have never in my life seen a system like that. That's why that I could never walk away from this system, because they reward the leaders and they reward those who just hang in there just by paying the $59. That's truly a blessing. Back over to you, Floyd.
So right, that's awesome, right? So what you're saying, Rodney, with this system, if people really understand how this system works, nobody get left behind. The only way you get left behind is that you simply want to. Isn't that right, Rod?
Oh, Floyd, that's the only way. And the way you get left behind, not paying the $59. Because a lot of people regret that. Floyd, listen this way. I spoke with a gentleman today, and he said, I spoke with him yesterday. He said, I was in that program last year. And then I began to tell him about the program. He said, you mean to tell me if I would have stayed in there, all you people would have been under me? I said, yes, sir. He said, oh, that make me sick. I said, you know what could even make you more sicker? He said, what? I said, if you don't get in now and take advantage of it. So, Floyd, yes, it's truly a blessing for everyone. Back over to you.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And so also, Carrie, you're a national executive as well, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And let me ask you a question. I know, you've done a great job, and you've got people in the organization. You've got a lot of folks, and I know that you've gotten some spillover, right?
Absolutely not.
What? So you mean to tell me you're a national executive too, on your way to international, and you have gotten no spillover? Wow.
No spillover.
Wow, that's incredibly interesting. Marcel, are you on the call?
Yes.
Marcel, congratulations on being our latest national director, working hard, building a team of all over the country. Got some great folks on your team, like Clarence Davenport and some other great folks. Now you on your way. I saw you one of the top recruiters in the company as well, and I know you've got some spillover, right?
Well, Floyd actually got 0. Big number, huh?
Wow. So we got national, Mr. National Rodney Elves, Mrs. National Carrie Sidbury, Mr. National Executive Marcel Combs, and myself, a national on my way to international, have gotten no spillover. Guys, I want you to get the reoccurring theme of what we just said. The leaders are the ones who are pushing the folks up to different levels. Our spillover goes to the weakest folks in an organization, as Rodney said, or the people who are less capable right now of doing the work by themselves. And that's just great. We are sacrificing all the recruits and dropping them in. The computers drop them to organizations of the weakest organization. Now, here's what will happen. If everyone pull their weight, then that spillover will be dispersed more evenly throughout the organization. And we have the power. Our team has the power to make sure that everyone has a little help throughout the organization. But we'll never get spillover because the company does not give spillover to champions. They don't give spillover to the best and the brightest because they're so good. They're too good to get it. And so I just want you guys to understand that power of that. And I don't think these guys are complaining because I know these guys. I know what their checks look like. I know what their checks look like. They are just incredible checks that they've already accomplished in a short period of time. So understand that. Understand that how this matrix works. It finds the people who need the most help, and it fills in the gaps for those people until they're ready to pull the rope, until they're ready to pull the ropes. I suggest that we all pull the rope so we can have that disseminate throughout the group in a very even way. Rodney, next. So, guys, that's really the basic stuff. Let's talk about that a very powerful secret weapon that we're getting ready to launch now. It's called the One Big Team Launch Call System. I want you to take copious notes, or I want you to take this information down because we're going to be doing this now. This is a launch call system, and if you've got sponsored in this company and you haven't gotten started yet, you don't have any agents, or maybe you have 0 to 2. You want to participate in this launch call system. Your upline national or regional or executive is going to call you, and we're going to do launch calls. Now, here's what we want you to do. If you haven't gotten started yet, you've got 0 agents, or maybe you have 1 or 2. We want you to go ahead and make your list, as I talked about. Qualify and grade that list. Put the brightest and the best at the top. The people who have circle of influence, people who have their own business, people who like travel. We want to grade and qualify those people, and then we want to have your new agent. We want you to make that list of names. Make it anywhere from 10 to 50 people, okay? 10 to 50 names with phone numbers, okay? Make sure that they give you these names. Make sure you, if you want the agent who has 0 to 2 agents, make sure you give these names to your sponsor who's executive or above. With the phone numbers, and you want to go as high as possible. You might want to even go and find your national executive and give these numbers and names to the national executive. Give them the list, okay, a copy of it. Encourage them to. I want to encourage you to put the name down of people who have one or more of these attributes that we just talked about: business experience, leadership skills, positive attitude, circle of influence, love to travel. Really think about this, guys. This is your raw resource. Don't just haphazardly do this. Make that list a powerful list. Put checks by those people's names who have these attributes. Rodney, next. That's step 1. Step 2, have your new prospects send out an email or text to everyone on the list. So when you give that list to your national executive, okay, or your regional executive, you can give that list to them, and then what you want to do is you want to straightway go send emails or send a text to everyone on that list. No exception, guys. Do that immediately. This email will read. It will say exactly this. I want you to copy it word for word. Don't change it. One sentence, one letter. Hi, John. We're just going to use John and Mary as your prospect. Hi, John and Mary. I have been working hard putting something together that I am so excited about. That's exactly what you want to say. Not putting a travel business together, putting something together that I'm so excited about. You have to see this. I have a coordinator who is helping finalize all the details. It should be with an S. I'm sorry for the typos, guys. I asked her or him to call you to give you more information. Expect a call from Carrie or Rodney or whomever. I will call you later. Thanks. That's all that you need to put on there. I'm going to let that stay there for just a second so you guys can read that, but you can get that from your national executive. They have that script. Okay. Number 3, tell your prospect not to call or take a call from anyone on the list they emailed or text this message to until after the launch call has been done. We're going to do a launch call to launch your business, right? So that's what we're doing. We're getting ready to set this launch call. You give the list to your upline executive. They're going to make all the calls, okay? Right? And then you're going to send an email text to your prospects so they know that you're a coordinator. We call that upline executive your coordinator. They know that coordinator is going to call them. Okay, so now they're going to be better received because they're expecting a phone call. Step 4, set up the time for the launch call for your new agent. get their list that they created. That's you, the national executive, set up the time. So the national executive's got to go, or the regional executive, or whatever, whoever the upline leader. You need to set up the time for the launch call, okay? And you're going to get you're going to sit down by your phone, and you're going to start calling all these people and get their list that they created. Make sure that they've sent out the text message to their prospects, letting the prospects know that you're going to call first. Check that. Make sure. Don't call until they send that list, that email or that text out. Then start making the calls to those prospects on their list for them. Use the script. Here's the script that you guys are going to use. Executive. Here's the script you're going to use. It goes like this. Hi, John. My name is Carrie. I'm the coordinator for John and Mary's virtual grand opening of their new travel business. They wanted me to give you a call to invite you to their grand opening. They have chosen to do a virtual grand opening rather than a live one, so that friends and associates out of town can attend their grand opening. The way to attend this event, John, is to simply conference yourself in via the telephone and the computer. So let me give you the phone number, and I will get your email. I'm going to change this a little bit. I want to get your email so I can send you the link. Do you have a pen? So we're going to change that a little bit. Let me get your phone number and your email so I can send you the link. And when I say the phone number, I'm asking to verify the number I'm calling as a cell phone, because we're calling them. So we have their phone number. We need their cell phone number, and we need their email to send them the link so they can get on the webinar that we're going to do for all these people that we're going to do this launch call for. So you say. You say it's a grand opening. So if they ask, what is it? They might ask questions. Don't answer any questions. Just go repeat it. It's a grand opening for John and Sue, new travel company. I'm the coordinator of the event, which will be virtual event over the phone and computer. My job is just to give you the information, John, that you can help celebrate their launch. Do you have a pen to write down the information? Now, this information your national executive has, so that you can get that information from them. They can email it to you. Don't ask the question. Just keep repeating the same thing over. I don't have the details right now, but John and Sue will share all that with you when you call in and log into your computer. Do you have a pen? Thank them and say that you're so excited that they agreed to attend the grand opening, okay? That's it, okay? And so the executive, you're going to do that. You're going to make that call on behalf of your new agent who has 0 to 2 agents, and then you're going to set that one call up on one specific day, and all those people are going to be invited to that call. You're going to text them the call number in the webinar link, and then you're going to do that presentation. I will be doing a call on Sunday, and I'm going to be calling the people that are personally sponsored. If you were personally sponsored by me, guys, send me your list. If you're personally sponsored by me, you have 0 to 2 people. I need your list as soon as possible. I will be doing my first launch call on Sunday, and we'll be doing another one on Monday. Other leaders on this call will be doing their own launch calls. If you're sponsored by them, get with them, make that list. If you have 0 to 2 agents, make your list, get that to them ASAP. They're preparing these calls right now. We're going to blitz the 30 days with these launch calls, and we're going to blow the socks off of this company. All right, and then once we do that, guys, we're going to keep doing that, and we're going to keep doing it, and we're going to make sure that there's no weak link in the chain. We're going to take the 0s to heroes. We're going to take the 1s and 2s to 20s and 30s people recruited. And guys, if you be here a year from now, when the smoke clears, you're going to see your pocket filled with dollars, with hundreds like we see here below. And that's the secret of our phase 2. It's the next 30 days. We're doing we build our team in 90-day increments, 90 days of it all-out massive action. We're getting ready to turn up the notch a little bit, guys. Turn up the notch. It's going to get a little bit hot in here. We're going to lose a little bit more sleep. I'm already going to bed at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Rodney and Carrie and all the guys are doing it. But look, we've got no time to waste to get the jockey for first place. We've got in 120 days after everybody in. There's only one place that I think is the right place for this team to be, and that's number 1. That is number 1, guys. And we can't be playing onesies and twosies here to try to get to that. And when we get to number 1, that means that we have more presidentials than any organization, more diamonds than any organization. When we go to that convention, we're going to rock it. We're going to rock it. So, guys, we got to pull the rope. We got to hold the rope. We got to pull the rope. We got to grab the rope, and we got to do our part. We got to pull our part, and we're going to pull you in now with this paycation grand opening strategy, where guys, we're taking the heavy lifting off of everybody, and now all I want is the list. If you recruited me, if I recruited you, all I want is your list, and I want you to send that simple email and that simple text, and all the other leaders on this call want the same thing from you as soon as possible, and as soon as possible can be tonight. Make your list tonight and get it over to your executive so they can start making the phone call. They're working for you. We're working for you guys, and so nobody's going to be left behind unless you want to be behind. I love this that Rodney's putting here. You going to play that, Rod?
Yes, I'm playing it now. Hey, guys,
all right. Rodney, go ahead and give us the last words, and then you can tell them about what this. But go ahead and close this out. I want you to give the last words. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Hey, for great training, like always, a training that you've been doing for years, and you notice that it's the truth. Why? Because you say the same thing over and over and over again. It's like 1 + 1 = 2. It's not 1 + 1, sometime equal 2, sometime equal 3, but it's always 2. And this is the reason how Florida built an organization for 50,000 people. You understand how to build. This is the way that they build this. They did the simple things. But you know what's crazy about this? It's so simple, but it's so easy to do. It's easy not to do. But just do the simple thing to be consistent, to be here 1 year from now. And you can have all the success you can ever imagine, dream of. But be focused, understand what you want, understand your goals. Don't let anyone talk you out of it, because that's your job. They want you to do that. They want you to be just like them. They want you to keep driving the old broken down car you're driving. They want you to keep complaining about money, but you don't have to do that. You can truly enjoy your life while you're here on this earth. So, I'm going to play this recording, and guys, we're going to end the call. But here's the thing, guys. Remember, you have a website you can go to in order to give free gifts to people. You can get to watch the webinar. It's www.obtbizbooks.com. That's OBT as in one big team. OBT biz, B-I-Z as the zebra, books.com. And this is the video that me and Flo talk about all the time. It's a really great video. Now listen very carefully. Do you hear, Floyd? Hello? Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be a celebrity. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I'd like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone. The good earth is rich. We can provide for everyone. The way of life is free and beautiful. But we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goosed us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, we have set ourselves in. The theory that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and kind. We think too much, feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in them, cries out for universal brotherhood and the unity of the cause. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress, the hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people, and so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you and slay you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, or what to feel, who thrill you, tire you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you the people have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life pretty and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill their promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Hey guys, good night. Again, one big team, let us all unite. A Floyd, great call tonight, and guys, this is recorded, and it will be downloaded for you tomorrow. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good night.